favorite. You could do no wrong. Hunky dory, baby, hunky dory. And now nobody escapes. Nobody escapes producers. Nobody. I don't care who you are. And so normally, if you have a great first season, a la Leah McSweeney, although she's a whole different story, your second season is usually not pristine. I don't care who you are. It's marked by something. And so I don't know how it's all going to play out when we see it, but it's like, even Kathy Hilton is not above this dirty game. And I don't say that, I'm not throwing any shade at producers or everyone. And so now maybe your children are crying again. Like, wow. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that is like, as the pot turns, it's just so good. I can't wait. I can't wait. I love Beverly Hills season so much. It's my favorite. And I know we have like New York to talk about. We have Atlanta, we have New Jersey. I did want to say this because you and I were talking. I want to know your thoughts. How did you feel about the post this week about Andy Cohen only hates 2 housewives ever in the history of the franchise, but would not name who they are? Do you have, and of course, everyone was saying, Candace, like, do you have any guesses? Because I think it's Jill Zarin is one.
He said 2, like across all the franchises, right?
Across all the franchises. And people were guessing and guessing and guessing. I don't think it's Candace. I think it's Jill Zarin.
Listen, everyone knows that I hate Jill Zarin in real life because of things she's done to me, but I take my opinion out of it when I give my answers. And yes, I 100% think it's Jill Zarin. It's not because I don't like her, nothing like that. I mean, he has said in this Housewives book, I mean, he said before, the most annoying housewife ever is Jill Zarin. I mean, he was asked that, he says it. He says that's the answer. And he's even said things like, yes, she was fine to bring back for Girls Trip, period. Like, like a friend of mine the other day who is associated with the New York Housewives, she's been on in the past, texted me and she's like, I think Jill was coming back. She's working on something with Bravo.
Never.
This is a real, right, never. And I'm like, honey, like, you don't know. And I'm like, what she's working on with Bravo, she's probably implying like Girls Trip, because they're showing the first season of Girls Trip now on Bravo, which was on Peacock. So maybe Jill is now working on something with Bravo, because when Girls Trip 2 comes back, it's going to be on Peacock. And then eventually when they need to show repeats for 3 weeks, they'll show the Bluestone Manor on Bravo. So I think I'm like, the timing is just, that's what she's referring to. Regardless, Jill Zarin will never be back on RHONY. Never. I mean, let's never speak of this again. It's never going to happen. It's a 0% chance. Like, I can't stress that enough. It's not happening. Let's not worry about what we want. Let's just deal with facts. I have no emotion. Remember, like, I just deal with the facts. It's not happening. But I think Jill Zarin's one of them. Who could be the second one? I don't know.
I almost feel like I gotta like find the post, because I almost feel like
I don't think it's Candace.
No, me neither. I wonder if it's Nene Leakes. No, I don't think it's.
You know who comes to my mind, and I'm not sure about this. Jill is one of them. The second one, I'm not sure about this, because I think he has a soft spot for her in a way. But my second guess would be Danielle Staub.
Oh, you read my mind. I literally thought it was going to be her too. Yeah, I literally thought it was going to be her. I think so too.
I mean, because they let her save face and go on Watch What Happens and say she has a big announcement and she's resigning from Housewives. I mean, she got fired.
Yeah, that's a great point. Okay.
Isn't that a good guess?
I was just looking to see like what other people's guesses were. Most people, it was Candace, but I think you're right. Actually, Danielle, I think is it. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I know we have a whole list of things we want to get to, but I saw a lot of people commenting about that. And I was curious who you thought. And I was like, oh, there's so many he must dislike, or whatever. And I think people were like, hate's a strong word. I'm like, oh, Lord. I mean, are we going to debate over that?
And what was his answer? Like, the question was, do you hate any past housewives? Was that?
He wouldn't reveal. And I'm trying to think, I almost feel like it was like, I'm trying to think of whose podcast or whose show it was on.
I think it was Bryce Sandler from Entertainment Tonight, but I don't know how this came up, because they also asked him, like, he got pissed off. Like, that was the whole other part of the interview. They were like asking him about like any updates on New York. And he's like, I can't say anything. And any updates about this, I can't say. I mean, yeah. Like, did you think Andy was going to reveal any of this at all? But I'm telling you, it has to be Jill as one of them. I mean, he's pretty much said that before, but I think Danielle. God,
there's so much good tea to talk about in the Bravo celebrity world.
Tell me what else you got there. But can I say one thing? This is all I wanted to say about New York, because we did our show about New York. It was released. By the way, this isn't like a gotcha moment for David behind the velvet rope. I might be wrong, prove me wrong, but on our show, I made a very strong statement that Luann and Ramona were coming back and nobody else from last season and nobody else from the past. I changed that now. So that whole show, taking a step back. I stand by everything that Luann and Ramona are the only two people coming back, but I want to add that Tinsley, my latest sources tell me will be back either as a friend of or full time. And I think she's going to film and they're going to figure it out. And I think it will be full time. Lots of people were saying it was Kelly Ben-Simone because Luann has been with Kelly Ben-Simone a lot lately, but I still stand by Tinsley. So when our episode that just went out, I said no one from the past is coming back. It's just Luann and Ramona. And I'm changing that to say Luann, Ramona, and I think Tinsley is coming back, period. I think those three and then 4 new ones. So see, and I could be wrong, but my sources are telling me that right now is the plan. So I'm going to stick by that.
I love it so much. No, I was going to ask you because we've talked about on the several podcast episodes you and I do together. You're a fan of Real Housewives of Orange County. I told you I'm not a fan. Like I started out, I liked it. Then I kind of Heather Dubrow and Terry lost me. Did you see our friend Kelly Dodd again posting ratings saying the lowest ratings they've ever hit with just like 780,000 viewers, which seems like it can't be. Do you think that is accurate? You know more ratings than I do.
I think it is. I mean, first of all, Kelly Dodd, who was on this very podcast, is probably like, she's beside herself. She's having a field day, I'm sure. I mean, well, not I'm sure. She's having a field day. You watch her videos. I mean, and this is no shade against Kelly and Rick. I wonder what comes next. Like when the OC ends, what are they going to do on their Unmasked podcast? Are they going to do, they'll probably do Beverly Hills, but I just wonder. But no, I mean, those ratings are what they are. And I mean, Andy keeps saying like, well, in playback, they're higher. Like, I don't know. It's still like what it is. And it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. And I have to look up New Jersey ratings. I don't know how New Jersey ratings are. I'm dying to know the New Jersey ratings so far.
3 days ago on Kelly Dodd's Instagram. I mean, I love how messy. Go woke, go broke. Franchise low. Looks like I got off the sinking ship just in time, but ratings are up on our YouTube channel. Check it out. Love it. Like in the shade.
This is why I loved having Kelly on. Kelly, listen, do you know how liberating that is? Like whether you love or hate Kelly, and a lot of you love her, lots of DMs, people who don't want to make public comments, which is okay. But you know how liberating that is just to live your truth, whether you agree with her or not. People live your truth, speak up. Even like Shannon Doherty, I'm going over to 90210 now. Shannon Doherty just posted something on Instagram like yesterday about